So is this the first in a series of potential kind of more SA properties, or where are you going with it next?
Yesterday I actually completed on another property in that street across the road. There was because this one's the semi-detached we've been talking about, but this one's a detached. My idea on this one will just be a straight flip, but I do know because of how number 18 is working, that number 24 could work the same. So whether I do this as an SA, I'll know probably in about 3 months' time. Maybe I might start competing with myself because it's a slightly bigger property, and I know it will work. And then you can obviously split properties then, where I might get a 12 per guest booking, but then I'll split them into two houses. However, that's that. I think my next port of call will be in service accommodation will be holiday let. So I'm looking now at somewhere coastal, and I know it can be saturated in certain areas, but I'm looking at something unique, and that's probably where I'm going next year.
And following that kind of larger property profile, or to be confirmed, or to be
It will be
determined when
It
you.
will be a larger property profile. Yeah, it will be a large. I'm looking for a nice large, maybe a rundown pub or something. Or I mean, I've just actually I'm looking at one. I'm actively looking at one in Wales now, which is a place. Ironically, I used to stay while I was refurbing a property. I've gone up in Aberdeen, and I was staying there every time I was down there, sort of doing the renovation, and that's come on the market now. And that's sort of got about, I think it's got about 9 bedrooms above the pub, and I'm looking at that just to see whether I could just test the water with it really. But that's where I'm looking at something big, a nice service accommodation on the coast where I could actually go myself when I've got some breaks, where there's some empty space in the diary, etc.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, it sounds really, really
Mm.
exciting. And I know you're kind of prolific in property, and you do lots of other types of things as well. So are you are you looking predominantly at buy to hold now, whether it's SA or are you kind of still looking at the odd flip or kind of added value
I
project?
never stopped looking, to be honest with you, because all my properties are buy to lets, and I have done the occasional flip. If obviously refinancing really doesn't work on them. But I'm now going to another strategy, which is split titling. So I'm looking at freehold blocks now, in different cities, freehold blocks where I'll add the value by splitting the titles. Um, Doing a lot.
Well, that's actually been my favorite strategy that I've done
Okay.
myself. But we're not here to talk about me, but we can talk about that
Yeah.
offline anyway, so I can share some ideas on that. But yeah, that's a really interesting one, particularly if you couple it with the SA or just buy to let, whatever. You've got different options,
Yeah.
haven't you?
Yeah.
Particularly if you own the freehold, because lots of SA operators out there kind of operating in blocks where probably the lease prohibits it,
Exactly.
unfortunately. But
Exactly.
real advice from real investors. Access it free at ypn.plus.